Something unusual happened after Brazil's World Cup match against Morocco. The final score was only part of the story. The real debate exploded after the game, when fans, former players, football analysts, and even members of the Brazilian media began asking the same question. Why was one of Brazil's most exciting young talents left watching for so long? Why, at a moment when Brazil needed energy, creativity, and unpredictability, was Endrick not given a bigger role? And perhaps the bigger question is this: could one coaching decision become one of the first major controversies of FIFA World Cup 2026? Before we begin, welcome to FIFA Nation Report, your home for the biggest stories, controversies, and developments from the FIFA World Cup 2026. And while you're watching, tell us in the comments where you're from and which country you're supporting in this World Cup. Fans from every corner of the world are joining this tournament, and your voice is part of the story. Because what happened in Brazil's match against Morocco has already divided football fans around the globe, and by the end of this video, you may find yourself choosing a side too. Brazil entered the tournament carrying enormous expectations. Every World Cup brings pressure for the Seleção, but this one feels different. The football world expects Brazil to challenge for the trophy every time they step onto the field. Anything less than a deep run is often viewed as disappointment. That pressure became immediately visible during Brazil's opening clash with Morocco. On paper, Brazil had the stronger squad. The team was filled with established stars, experienced internationals, and players competing at the highest level of European football. Morocco, meanwhile, arrived with confidence, organization, and the belief that recent years had proven they could compete with anyone. What followed was not the comfortable Brazilian performance many expected. Morocco remained disciplined. They defended aggressively, closed passing lanes, and refused to allow Brazil complete control of the match. Every attack felt contested. Every opportunity had to be earned. As the game progressed, frustration began growing among Brazilian supporters. The team was controlling possession in periods, but possession alone was not creating enough danger. Attacks slowed down. Spaces disappeared. Morocco's structure continued causing problems. And this is where the conversation started. Fans watching around the world began noticing one player on the bench. Endrick. For years, he has been viewed as one of the brightest talents in world football. His rise captured headlines long before he reached full professional maturity. Scouts admired his explosiveness. Supporters loved his fearlessness. Coaches praised his confidence. Many believed World Cup 2026 could become his global breakthrough. Instead, cameras repeatedly showed him waiting while Brazil searched for solutions. Waiting while Morocco continued frustrating one of football's biggest nations. Waiting while millions of viewers asked why he wasn't being used more aggressively. At first, the discussion remained relatively small. Every coach has tactical preferences. Every match requires different decisions. Not every talented player starts every game. But then something interesting happened. The longer the match continued, the louder the questions became. Social media platforms exploded with debate. Television analysts discussed alternatives. Former players offered opinions. Supporters argued with one another. Some defended the coaching staff. Others believed Brazil was missing exactly the kind of fearless attacking player Endrick represents. Suddenly, the discussion was no longer about one substitution. It was about Brazil's entire approach. Should a World Cup favorite trust experience above all else? Or should it embrace youthful unpredictability when matches become difficult? That question sits at the heart of this controversy. Football history is filled with examples of young stars changing tournaments. World Cups often create legends overnight. Sometimes an established superstar delivers the decisive moment. Other times, an emerging talent transforms a nation's campaign. Fans understand this. That is why so many supporters become emotionally invested in young players. They represent possibility. They represent something unexpected. They represent moments that nobody saw coming. And when a player like Endrick remains on the sidelines during a difficult match, supporters naturally wonder what might have happened if things had been different. Would Brazil have found another goal? Would Morocco have struggled against his pace? Would the entire conversation surrounding the match be completely different? No one knows. And uncertainty is exactly what fuels controversy. What makes this story even more fascinating is the timing. This isn't happening during a friendly match. This isn't happening during qualification. This is the FIFA World Cup. Every decision is magnified. Every tactical adjustment receives scrutiny. Every substitution becomes a national discussion. For Brazil, that spotlight is even brighter. The country's football culture demands excellence. Supporters are passionate. Expectations are relentless. Success is celebrated, but questions appear immediately when performances fall below expectations. That environment creates enormous pressure for coaches. Every lineup choice becomes a statement. Every bench selection sends a message. Every tactical decision invites judgment. And now the spotlight is firmly focused on Brazil's coaching staff. Supporters who defend the decision argue that football is more complicated than emotion. They point out that coaches spend countless hours analyzing opponents. They study movement patterns. They identify weaknesses. They consider defensive responsibilities. They evaluate player fitness. From that perspective, the decision may have been entirely logical. Perhaps the coaching staff believed experience was necessary. Perhaps they valued tactical discipline. Perhaps they saw risks that supporters could not see. Those arguments deserve consideration. But critics present a powerful case of their own. They argue that major tournaments require courage. They believe elite coaches must be willing to trust extraordinary talent. They point to moments throughout football history when bold decisions changed everything. And they ask a simple question. If not now, then when? If a young player cannot be trusted in a difficult World Cup match, what is the purpose of bringing him to the tournament in the first place? That question has resonated far beyond Brazil. Fans from other countries have joined the debate. Some view the situation as a classic conflict between generations. Others see it as a broader conversation about modern football. Are coaches becoming too cautious? Has tactical control become more important than individual brilliance? Are teams relying too heavily on systems instead of allowing gifted players to express themselves? These questions do not have easy answers. Yet they continue driving discussion days after the final whistle. Meanwhile, Morocco deserves recognition for its role in creating this situation. The controversy focuses on Brazil, but Morocco's performance made the debate possible. Their discipline forced Brazil into uncomfortable situations. Their organization reduced space. Their confidence prevented the match from becoming predictable. By refusing to collapse under pressure, Morocco transformed a normal group stage match into one of the tournament's earliest talking points. And that achievement should not be overlooked. Strong opponents often expose difficult decisions. They force coaches to reveal priorities. They test strategies under pressure. Morocco did exactly that. Now Brazil faces a new challenge. The team must prepare for upcoming matches while dealing with constant external noise. Every press conference may include questions about Endrick. Every lineup announcement will attract attention. Every substitution could trigger fresh debate. The coaching staff must find a way to manage expectations without allowing distractions to affect performances. That is easier said than done. World Cups have a unique ability to amplify pressure. A story that might disappear during a regular club season can dominate headlines for weeks during an international tournament. National pride becomes involved. Emotions become stronger. Patience becomes shorter. And narratives develop rapidly. What begins as a tactical discussion can quickly evolve into something much larger. Brazil understands this reality better than almost anyone. The nation has experienced unforgettable World Cup triumphs. It has also experienced painful disappointments. Those memories shape how supporters react today. Every decision is viewed through the lens of history. Every opportunity feels important. Every potential mistake feels significant. That is why the Endrick debate continues growing. For many supporters, this is not merely about one player. It is about the identity of Brazilian football. Brazil has traditionally celebrated creativity. The country has produced generations of attacking stars who inspired fans around the world. Supporters often associate Brazilian football with flair, confidence, and imagination. When a highly gifted young attacker spends significant time on the bench, Some fans feel that identity is being challenged. Whether that perception is fair or unfair, it exists. And perceptions often drive football conversations as much as results themselves. As the tournament moves forward, the stakes continue increasing. If Brazil wins comfortably in upcoming matches, some criticism may fade. Victories have a remarkable ability to silence debates. But if performances remain unconvincing, the controversy could grow substantially. Every difficult moment will bring renewed questions. Every attacking struggle will revive the discussion. Every match could add another chapter. That possibility places enormous pressure on everyone involved. The player, the coaching staff, the federation, the supporters, even the media. Because everyone understands that World Cups can change careers. One decision can become legendary. Another can be remembered for years. The difference often becomes clear only after the tournament ends. And that uncertainty is what makes this story so compelling. At this stage, nobody knows how it will end. Perhaps the coaching staff will eventually unleash Endrick at the perfect moment. Perhaps he will become one of the tournament's defining players. Perhaps Brazil's current approach will prove completely correct. Or perhaps critics will continue pointing to this match as the moment a warning sign first appeared. Right now, all possibilities remain open. And that is why football fans everywhere continue watching. Not because they already know the answer, but because they desperately want to discover it. The FIFA World Cup has only just begun, yet one of its biggest debates is already underway. A talented young star waits for his opportunity. A football giant searches for its best form. A coach faces growing scrutiny. And millions of supporters continue arguing about what should happen next. So now we leave the question to you. Did Brazil make the right decision by limiting Endrick's role against Morocco, or did the team miss a chance to change the match when it mattered most? And if this controversy continues throughout FIFA World Cup 2026, could it eventually become one of the defining stories of Brazil's entire campaign? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and tell us which country you're supporting as the road to World Cup glory continues.